Alright, for the record, Hwoarang is probably my favorite Tekken character of all time. Probably one of the easiest Tekken characters to play with. I know as a kid playing Tekken 3, I could just 4-3 people to death. And he might have the most undisclosed easiest 10-hit combo ever by doing 3-3-3-3, 4-4-4-4, 3-4 in Tekken 3, which is not a real combo and it's cheesy as hell and it's also extremely dangerous to try, but as a kid, you don't care, you just want to do cool stuff with a character. That being said, Hwoarang is also one of the most complicated characters to play with, which is why I'm trash with him. But outside of his playstyle, he actually does have pretty sick designs, at least his Player 1 designs. Most of his like Taekwondo outfits are sick, and his Tekken 8 one is actually really good as well, but his alternates look absolutely ridiculous sometimes. The chaps, the belly vests, the eye patch, I don't know what they be thinking of when they design Hwoarang's alternate costumes, and I'm gonna leave his Tekken 4 alternate alone entirely. But seeing as how I've been doing redesigns lately, and somewhat unfair redesigns because I'm picking awful costumes and trying to see if I can redo them, I wanted to give myself a challenge and try to design Hwoarang an alternate that sort of matches up with his Tekken 8 Taekwondo outfit. So I wanted to see if I could give him a cool design for his alternate that sort of matches the more serious tone that his designs have taken. And especially considering how outrageous the jacket and eye patch was in the last Tekken game. So let's see what I got this time. So off the bat, I knew I wasn't giving him the man bun from his actual Taekwondo outfit in Tekken 8. I was already thinking, just because he looks so similar to his Tekken 4 design, that I was actually gonna try that again and give him a design with his hair down. I almost gave him the goggles in the design in the beginning, but I eventually changed that just because I thought that, I don't know, for Hwoarang to have a more mature look in Tekken 8, I wanted to keep that. I feel like he has that more with the goggles off than with it on. Even though I know that's simplifying the design a little bit, I just wanted to keep that in there. Then the challenge was giving him pants that didn't necessarily look like chaps. I did not want to do that because that looks crazy to me. Hwoarang's basically fighting dressed like 1990 Shawn Michaels. That looks crazy. So instead, I wanted to give him some almost punk rock looking pants, or at least elements of it in the design, so I could know what to play with and know how I would want him to look. And then eventually that even morphed the jeans. Why they have random almost straps or belt loops on them is beyond me, but it just looked cool to me, so I gave it to him. And the tears in the jeans also help. I don't know, to me it also kind of looks like Hwoarang has still been in quite a few fights, so I kept that in as well. I don't know why, you can't even read it, but I had demon written on the side of his pants. I don't know why, I just felt like that would be something that fit Hwoarang. I didn't want anything related to blood talon to be on his clothes because it's already on the Taekwondo outfit, so I left that alone. Not gonna lie, the boots are kinda ripped off straight from his Tekken 7 design, or at least pretty close. Looking at some of Hwoarang's alternates in the past, that one in the pirate outfit actually already looks okay to me, so I just sort of went with a slight alteration of that. And I left them black and orange, though I think in the actual design it might be blue and orange. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but that was my thought process with the boots. As far as his top was concerned, I don't know, I really wanted Hwoarang to have a hoodie, so I gave him somewhat of a simple hoodie design. But because it's Hwoarang, I still had the hoodie stopped at his, like right below his waist, almost around his belly, because it's Hwoarang. None of his clothes actually, or at least his tops, come all the way down for some reason. Still has to somewhat look like the character. I really kind of wanted him to have a normal hoodie on, but then it's like, it's still kind of Hwoarang, so I went against it. But I sort of had the sleeves roll up to show his fists and gloves. I don't know, those weird nuances of having random skin showing in Hwoarang just seems like it's something that would fit one of his designs or his outfits. Plus, I feel like little girls would love the design, so I sort of went with it. So that aspect, as far as like figuring out what he was going to wear, was actually pretty simple. No real issues there, and sort of sketching that out came across very nicely to me. Like, what I had in my mind for his design was sort of perfect for a serious alternate to his Tekken 8 design. The problem came when it was trying to figure out a color scheme. Yeah, I didn't think that through initially, and I didn't necessarily know how I wanted him to look after I drew him. I knew I didn't want to use browns because we've seen enough of that in Hwoarang's designs. And initially I didn't want to do too much orange and blue because that's already in the Taekwondo outfit. But I eventually ended up settling on that anyways, just because it fits like a glove for the design that I came up with. Initially, I'm not gonna lie, and you'll probably see this in the video, he had a sort of blue and purple design, and while it looked different from Hwoarang, I didn't necessarily like it in the long run, and I wanted to change the purple just because it almost looked too plain, and I've been doing a lot of sort of safe plain designs lately, so I just wanted to see if I gave him an orange, would it pop a little bit more, and it does. So what I eventually settle on, which probably may or may not even be shown in the end of this video, is a blue and orange sort of look, along with the black hoodie and the black straps and black and orange shoes. It fits perfectly. Also, in the vein of trying to give Hwoarang a punk rock look, I looked online and saw a punk rock hoodie that actually had just a bunch of random lines drawn all over the top. It was a very sloppy looking design, but I don't know why it caught my attention and I liked it. So, not gonna lie, I borderline copied the design as is and sort of gave it to Hwoarang as a top. Made slight changes. I basically just flipped the design upside down, to be quite honest, but it's that light blue sort of line design that's on top of his hoodie. I don't know what it is, can't make out what it is, and nothing. Like I said, it just looks like a bunch of lines, but I don't know why, it just matches for some reason. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just little random details that I had in the drawing itself. Random studs on certain parts of like the straps on his pants and the belt buckle. Gave him a chain for his actual belt itself, and for some reason I gave him a key lock. Once again, just looking up and down at biker and punk rock outfits, I saw this guy that was just sitting in like Times Square with dressed in all sorts of goth and punk rock sort of clothes, and he had these random key locks on his belt buckles. It was like 4 of them. I thought it looked crazy, but I also thought if he just had one single key lock, it would look sick, so I put that on one of his belt loops. I don't know why, it just looks cool to me. I don't even know if this is a thing that bikers wear or anything like that, but whatever. It just fits this Hwoarang design. So that was pretty much it. Like I said, this is a tad bit more challenging because his Tekken 8 design is already pretty cool, so trying to see if I can do an alternate that sort of does it justice is a bit challenging. And then especially when Tekken 8 actually comes out, and who knows, there'll probably be an alternate design that looks way better than this. So I don't know, I have no idea. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts as to how this looks and whether or not this actually would serve as a pretty decent alternate costume for Hwoarang, or whether or not it's even better or worse than the design that he already has. So feedback would greatly be appreciated. And you all have a good one, and I'm out.